Welcome back to the Padilla Family Homestead. Today we're going for a trip. So I got the other GreenStalk pretty much switched out. This nasturtium will end up going, and this collards will be harvested this weekend. But I got my calendula in, and my little, I'm a little worried about those chamomile. And then I've got beans planted and my micro tomatoes. I lost my agastache and I lost my hyssop and some of my basils. So I have a bunch of plants that I can replace. So what we're doing is we are going to the garden store today. I'm excited about that. So we're gonna head over there, kind of see what they have. We had a pretty good frost last night. I'm a little worried about a couple of those chamomiles. I'm not gonna fully replace everything, but I figured we can go ahead, take a look, and grab a few things. So I'm gonna take you with me.
Look around where you are. See my love shine like the stars. Take a breath where you stand. I'm forever here to hold your hand. Oh,
that place was so hustling and bustling. So as I load the car, I'm going to show you what I got, and I might make a second stop. I went ahead and I got some more ever-bearing strawberries. These are ever-sweet, and they're supposed to produce June through fall, spring through fall, even in heat. And since I live in zone 9B, I thought it would add some more of those. I got an orange mint. I got a pineapple mint. I got a chocolate mint. A spearmint. That one's for my girl. I did get some basil, and these have lots of little plants, so we'll see how I decide to split those up. I decided to try one more eggplant. I got a jalapeno pepper, a yellow bell pepper, a shishito pepper, and some lemon thyme. Now I'm going to go to the next stop and we'll see what I can grab there, and then I'm going to talk to you about why I got some of these plants and how some of our plans have changed, and so why I'm going a little different with the garden with the replacement plants for the seeds that I had originally planted. So stay tuned and we'll see you at the next place.
$10 million suns across the sky won't outshine my love for you. Fire in the dark with a blind.
Okay, just went to my last stop. I was very little time and it was super busy. They didn't have as much here. However, I was able to get one more mint. I got a mojito mint. And then I got a barbecue rosemary. And then I decided to go ahead and try, I'm in one of my tiers of the GreenStalk 6 little potatoes. So these already have sprouts, so I'm gonna get those planted and see what we can produce off of one tier of the GreenStalk with that. So I'm gonna go ahead, pick up my daughter, grab some lunch, head home, and I'll fill you in on the plans for the garden. Welcome back. We're having a nice sunny day today, so which is great after a bunch of frost. I'm gonna be out here planting all the stuff I got yesterday. We had a cold night last night, crazy busy night last night, so I didn't get to recap and end this video out. So I wanted to make sure I came back and I talked to you about some of the stuff we got while I'm out here planting it out and watering the containers. So, why we're doing the replacement plants. So I had a bunch of starts and a lot of them took. Some of them are not bouncing back the way I had hoped they would, and some are doing great. So let me kind of bring you over here. So these are the collards, and these are doing amazing. They are already growing after me transplanting them out. They are doing super good. Some of our other stuff is not. So some of our basil, this is our sacred basil, and this is not doing as good. Sacred or holy basil, depending on the company you buy it from. It's really pale. It's not growing. It's been out here. So I'm going to give some of these a little bit longer, but I have no more leaves popping up, and I should by now. So we'll see. That one's starting to gain a little bit of green, but I don't think all of these are going to take off. The other ones that's not doing super well is the other basil, and this one's the Thai basil, and that one is like super dark and not looking good. Over here, same thing, still not really doing good. And I think this one's already, yeah, that one's already dead. So there's nothing there. So these aren't doing super well. The chamomiles are trying to pick back up, so that's good. And then the micro tomato plants are doing pretty good. So that makes me happy. I planted beans in these pockets, and so we'll see how those do. I need to water again, and hopefully those will pop up pretty soon. So I went ahead and I switched directions on some of this stuff. None of my agastache or gostache or whatever took off. None of my hyssop survived, and so I may do one pocket with seeds for those, but I'm not going to try to get 6 pockets started. And I don't know what's happening. We were going to try, I know I talked about this before, we were going to try to move to a different location out of the apartments this summer, and I don't think that's going to happen right now. So at this point, I want to plant a few things that are going to last beyond June. And if we need to move them, we move them. But otherwise, I want stuff that's going to produce. So I went ahead and I got some other herbs. I got mints, so I can have the mint in my water. I really love these, make some tea with it, whatever. So I got one tier again that's going to be mint, and those take off really good here for me in spring. So I'm super excited about that. And then I have a row that I'm going to do of potatoes. And then we're also going to have the hot peppers, and I'm putting that bell peppers and hot peppers. So I'll put some of those out here. Strawberries, I'm going to pump in. I had some regular basil that I'm going to spread out into some of these spots where, especially over here where that Thai basil didn't take off, so we could just have some regular basil. And I got lemon, thyme, and some other herbs that I'm popping in. So I'm just trying to make sure I fill in on things that I know we are going to use. The potatoes are a total experiment. I don't care if these get big. So it doesn't bother me if I harvest these at a small size, these blue ones. And so I'm excited about that. So I'm going to get out here and I'm going to plant in. And that's kind of why a lot of the stuff we tried to save got saved. Like, these are doing really well. These are those micro tomatoes. So there's about 4 plants here, seeds I started. And these are the micro orange hat tomatoes. So I was waiting till after the frost to see if I lost any of these, but since I haven't lost any, then I'm going to go ahead and separate these out and probably fill in some extra holes as well, so we get a lot of good cherry tomatoes. And I just want to remind you, like, so if I would have started all of these plants from seed 5 times, I have over 100 pockets for plants, because I have 2 tiers that hold 2 regular green stalks, and that's 36 pockets, and then I have 1 that's worth 7 pockets, and that's a lot of plants if you multiply this. So starting as much from seed is super cost effective, but at this point where we are in our season, we're gonna start warming up at some point. I mean, it's 60s or low 60s here today, and I'm trying to get some vitamin D a little bit. So it's not like crazy warm like it normally is. Normally we're already in the 70s here and really warm. We just had frost. It's been very weird. So I knew that this was going to be a risk this year, and then we had the health stuff, and so not everything got potted up as fast as it should have. I was able to rescue some of it. So that's not a bad thing to go and shift gears, replace a few things, get some things out here. Things want to grow. If you kill it, grow something else. And if you can't start everything from seed, that's okay. I do suggest checking the plants you're buying for aphids and other bugs on them. I did not buy a couple of the herbs that I wanted to buy from one of the locations because they had a ton of aphids all in that area. So I checked these over as best I could, and then we were going to get aphids no matter what. I just don't want to start really early when they're super babies. And so what I'll do is in a month or so, I'll get some ladybugs. And the ladybugs do great over here. I hose it down, release them when it's cooler, and then they go to town and chomp everything up. So just do what you can and be grateful for what you got, which I am, and pivot when you need to pivot. And so we pivoted. We got a few things, had a ton of fun shopping. It was great to go out. It was so much fun seeing everybody else out there. Everybody's like searching and digging for stuff and looking for all the good stuff. I was hoping I can get, because I wasn't planning on doing the peppers, but I did grab some. So I was hoping I could find I just stepped on Michelangelo. I was hoping I was going to be able to find some Sugar Rush peach peppers, but I wasn't able to find that, which is okay. So we're going to get planting, and that's my encouragement. So I'll end out this video planting, and then we'll check in a couple weeks and see how everything is doing. But wanted to make sure I updated you on our plans, the things that survived, the things that didn't survive, and go from there.
Look around where you are. See my love shine like the stars. Take a breath where you stand. I'm forever here to hold your hand. Oh, 10 million suns across the sky won't outshine my love for you. Fire in the dark with a blinding light won't outshine my love for you. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Every hour, every day, every step along the way, whatever storms may arise, I'm forever here, right by your side. Oh, 10 million suns across the sky won't outshine my love for you. Fire in the dark with a blinding light won't outshine my love for you. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh, oh, oh.
The flowers bloom in springtime, the leaves fly in the fall, but we have one another through the changes of them all. These unspoken wonders, these stories left to tell, there can't be any other who loves me quite as well.
If we should ever falter, should we ever hang by a string, remember we had each other through all the seasons, through everything. These unspoken wonders, these stories left to tell, there can't be any other who loves me quite as well. Through it all, summer, winter, spring, the